So if you want to do a dumbbell lateral raise, you need to do it on a bench for starters, okay? Because it is very difficult to control your body as you go into high reps and near failure, and make sure you're not doing this, you know, and that's especially important for the dumbbell raise, because the dumbbell raise is limited with a resistance curve, and you're not getting any resistance down here and only up here. You need to fully optimize it as best you can, okay? So the cable raise is already optimized with that range of motion, all right? This one requires that we be more meticulous because of the fact that we're only getting resistance here, all right? So first, we need to make sure there's no body language taking tension off of the shoulder by going into an incline bench face down like this to stabilize the body. You want to do this on the first or second level incline. I prefer it to be on the first. I've just tried both and found that I feel more tension on my shoulders, especially my mid-delt where I'm supposed to be feeling most of the tension when I'm here, okay? When you do it here, it's going to be more rear delt, all right? So we're going to start here, and we are going to, because there's a less of a resistance curve here, you need to do more reps to get equal time under tension, okay? With the resistance curve for the cable lateral raise, you're getting tension from here to here. So that's already double the tension, okay? So you need to do extremely high reps with this and try to get as much time under tension as possible. Do them slowly and do them with a longer pause at the top. That needs to be a full 3 seconds, okay? So because you're doing such high reps and you need to be able to hold that weight at the top on every rep for 3 seconds, you need to do very, very low weight. Do not overestimate the weight on this, okay? I remember the first time I wanted to do 15 reps and I chose a 12.5 dumbbell, and it was so difficult. I could only get like 12 or 14 reps. I couldn't get them all, right? And I thought to myself, wow, it's really easy to overestimate how much weight you use on this if you're keeping the form perfect on every rep. You need to standardize those reps and keep form perfect, okay? I've gotten to the point now where I've built up enough of a lactic acid threshold that I can keep repping out. But, you know, to begin, make sure you're underestimating the amount of weight. And just in case, have a lower weight there with you, okay? Because if you're trying to get 20 to 25 reps or more, and you hit, 15 and you can't go on, best thing you can do is drop that weight and pick up a lighter one, all right? So I'm gonna be trying to get like 25 to 30 reps total, all right? So I'm gonna do my first half with 12.5s, which I know I can only do like 15 or so up, okay? And then I'm gonna drop that and pick up a 10, all right? So watch how I standardize the form, the range of motion, and everything, and optimize using that technique. So if I kept going with that weight, I'd probably only get 18 to 20. But I want to get a lot more than that. So I'm going to drop that weight down and keep going. No rest. Now at the end, I'm gonna hold for even longer. Get a good iso and then a good negative. So I've really burned out my shoulders there, as you can see. I did 30 reps with standardized range of motion. Every single rep was the same. 15 with 12.5, 15 with 10. And when I couldn't go anymore, when I hit number 30, I held that weight there for like 5 seconds or so, and then lowered it really slowly, maximizing the time under tension that my shoulder could possibly handle. Now, some people who talk about maximizing time under tension say cut out the bottom part of the resistance curve because there's no resistance on it. Just do your flies like this. And that's all well and good for people who can do that perfectly for many reps. But, you know, that's extremely difficult. It's going to be something that's going to be impossible for someone to do unless they're an extremely muscular advanced athlete, okay? What's going to happen is very soon your form's going to start breaking down. They're going to be faster. They're going to start to get lower, okay? And what you'd find is that if you do take that split second rest down there, even though it's just a split second every time in between reps, it allows you to get more reps, you know. I would not have been able to do 30 reps like this. No way. Not with that, not with that count of 3 hold at the top, okay? So, time under tension is actually best optimized when you're able to do more reps, okay? If you're trying to maximize time under tension by cutting out the bottom part of the curve, well, that's great because you have constant tension, which is very difficult, but you end up doing less reps and doing less of an exercise, and you're spending less time doing that exercise, which actually means less time under tension, right? So I actually, you know, might have been able to do that for 12 reps or so with 10 pounds, but I ended up doing way more work when I was getting a split second rest at the bottom by doing 15 reps with 12.5 and 15 with 10. Okay, so that was way more time under tension total. Okay, so don't worry that you have a rest at the bottom. You don't have to do it like this. Okay, as long as you're standardizing your range of motion, making sure you're maximizing the overall total time under tension, and getting a good isometric contraction at the top, and doing a lot of reps, 20 plus reps with your dumbbell lateral raise, it is a good shoulder exercise that will really help you to develop that mid delt there.